Hiya, I'm Jasper, and welcome to a video review for Watchmen, the 2009 movie by Zack Snyder. So, this movie stars Jackie Earle Haley, who I don't remember seeing in many other things, but he's definitely memorable in this one. Memorable voice, memorable stuff, awesome. Also, Patrick Wilson, who I haven't seen in a whole bunch of things, but he does a good job here. I like his quality. Also, Carly Gugino, I've liked her in a few things. Malin Ackerman, who I remember from this movie, Billy Crudup, who is I would want to be Billy Crudup, just to see oh, this is him actual, and then this is his character in the movie, and I just imagine how many times he went through a set of could I ever look like that? Could that be a thing? Anywho, and then Matthew Good is good in this. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, always a winner, and then Matt Frewer, who I like. I've seen in a couple things. I like his character. Maybe I'm just mostly remembering this one and his quality in this, and maybe one other thing, but still cool. Anywho, so as I said earlier, this is the Zack Snyder movie, and it really shows what Zack Snyder can do. He is absolutely amazing, and I will be a fanboy of his for probably forever. But the dude did the best Justice League version. Yeah, the one that came out in theaters was okay, but definitely his version was way better. He did 300, Dawn of the Dead, the 2004 version, Man of Steel, Sucker Punch, Batman v Superman, the extended cut. Don't watch the theatrical cut, that one's garbage. The extended director's cut, Ultimate Edition, whatever you want to call it. That one is longer, but it answers all the questions. Excellent movie. And in terms of extended cut, don't bother watching the extended cut of Watchmen, because they basically just add a whole, 20-minute, animated section of some character I don't care about. So just stick with the theatrical for this one. It's excellent by itself. So in this one, basically the storyline is that it's an alternate future where heroes, not necessarily superheroes, but they can clearly, they can hit a little bit harder and be hit a little bit harder than your average person. But they come about in the 40s, and it's now the 80s, and so they've had their heyday. A lot of them are retired, or they were forced to stop because of legislation, but someone's going around killing heroes, powerful heroes, so our heroes start investigating why. I will say that those of you comic book purists, you might be annoyed about the fact that Zack Snyder changed the ending of this movie from the comic book on which it was based. Now, the 2019 TV show was set as basically a sequel to what the comic book ending would have been, whereas this one has a different ending. I remember reading about the comic book ending and being well, that's dumb. I'm glad they didn't do that. And to this day, I'm still glad they didn't do that for this movie, because the ending that they chose was 100 times better. So I really like the ending that they chose for this one, regardless of whether or not it was what the original comic had. So deal with it. Also, I do just want to point out that Dr. Manhattan in this is so amazing. I love every second that he's on screen, and I love how much he was on screen for a movie made in 2009. Having a essentially all digital character on screen that looks photorealistic for so much of the movie is just impressive, and how they were able to do that. I've seen some of the special features of the light rigs that they had, and to get characters eye lines and reflectivity right and all that jazz. I thought that was a good implementation of practical and CGI effects. So, plus his powers are just so amazing. So awesome. But yeah, I really, really like this movie. It's one of my all-time favorite movies. It's going to continue to be, because it's 2023, and it still holds up today after being made in 2009. So I think it's going to continue to hold up because of just the quality of the acting, the writing, the pacing. The CGI still holds up, which is one of those things that can really date a movie, but this one, it holds up, and I think because there was a lot of practical effects. And yeah, so I really enjoyed this movie. It's definitely worth the watch time. 2 thumbs up. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Bye.